welcome. We are here and we are absolutely pumped to be bringing you guys this amazing day of a double header. This is going to be ALG Master Leagues semifinals, match 2 for both of these series. And first off, we have Team Violence up against Authentic Esports. Connie, how excited are you for today?
Very, very excited, Chase. We have a double header on the way today. Of course, first match happening now at around 7:30 EST, and then the second portion of the match is happening at 9 EST. That means one thing. Me and Chase, of course, are going to be bringing you the best quality action and drama coming in as a semi-final today could be concluded on both ways. We, of course, have, I do believe it's going to be a Violence and ADS that are heading the series 1 at the moment, Chase.
Yeah, both of those teams are taking away massive victories. Not even going to map 5 on either of those.
Absolutely insane, to be fair, because you'd expect the last 4 teams to have really close series. I definitely would have imagined Vash needs to be a dark horse and take it to a map 5 against ADS, but ADS again are proving to us why they are a top 3 team here. They're just mowing for him. I mean, a couple of days ago, when their match took place on Tuesday, it really was a whitewash, to be fair, because you'd expect more out of them. But today is their chance to prove us wrong and bring us some serious Call of Duty gameplay. But it was also a very different story coming off of the Authentic Violence match. Bear in mind, of course, Authentic, the Puerto Rican powerhouses, have been bringing us some serious Call of Duty. I think the first 2 weeks when I was casting, they probably were my favourite team to watch because they just ran for everyone like 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. But against Violence, again, arguably the best team in the league. I do believe that, obviously they are undefeated. I'm not too sure if I'm right there, but they are potentially undefeated here. We definitely do see a matchup here that could definitely go one of either way today, if Authentic can show up, that is.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. We're in for a massive treat, especially with this one being the more, I feel like, interesting series. I think the Puerto Rican team up against Team Violence. I don't know, that's just my pick. I think for you, you're leaning more towards the Vast Unity and the ADS Gaming one being more interesting.
We're leaning more towards that one because of
it's a 2 1/3 seed versus 1
Yeah, I just think that, Vast Unity can do it. I just have my utmost belief that they can do it. On a little side note today, you're noticing that me and Chase are looking a little different on camera. Well, that is because me and Chase, KGK's newest signings after our stellar performance in that one match we got brought in. Nah, I'm just kidding. It basically was a very nice gesture from KGK to send us out jerseys to represent when they actually arrived. And mine arrived a couple of days ago, and Chase has just arrived now. So for today's match fixtures, we're going to be repping some KGK merch. Of course, if you want to buy it.
We're coming. They're also like an org coming off of a massive Fortnite win the other day. I heard in the ALG 1v1 build battle tournament. That was pretty epic.
Another ALG tournament. Oh yes, of course.
That was pretty epic for them in Fortnite. They're doing quite well. They got some nice young talent amongst their ranks, competing in the ALG Fortnite events and probably others across other leagues as well in North America, most likely. And massive shout out to them. They've been nothing but positive towards us, even though we didn't bring them a positive performance in terms of the results on that day. But following that, they've been giving us much love, and they continue to give the ALG League love. And we all know that that's what you do. You share love. Once you receive it, you bring it back, and we can't thank them enough. But we have ourselves some really, really awesome action coming to you guys soon. But first off, we got to break down what are our maps we're going to be on today.
Okay, see, the maps today are looking a little bit nice for both sides. We, of course, are going to be having this is the Violence and Authentic ones, of course, coming in. It's going to be a Hackney Yard. Looks like an Arklov Peak there as well. Another Hackney, a Ramaza, and a Petro. Again, very much a very tight map base. It appears Vetoes have taken over here for this series. More or less, you're going to be seeing a lot of competition here, so they're going to be really hushing out the gun runners, hushing out the Hackney Yards. I said the first set of series on Tuesday, Wednesday to really suss out who was good at what maps, because it is really crucial at this point. You want to be seeing exactly who can do it. But then again, of course, Authentic losing to Violence, it definitely is a kick in the ass. They want to come back and win. They want to try their hardest. So this is a team that you can't really doubt. You want to be seeing them perform, and today is a chance to perform. I expect to keep it up there for the Hackney R's because Authenti tends to be better on the smaller maps. From what we've seen so far, they can produce real stellar performances, and a lot of their utility is used on those maps, to be fair. They always throw a stun, always throw a frag. The trophies, though, are going to be critical on those P2 and P3 hills. Authenti tend to get most harm off of them, and from my in-depth analysis, I think that they can really take it to map 5 here on those 2 maps alone. But the S&D does need work. The Puerto Ricans and the S&Ds have been good up until around week 4, week 5. They sort of have entered a lackluster phase where they're just not really getting the job done. So hopefully we're going to be seeing them perform there a little bit, and hopefully this day off has allowed them to refresh their strats and get something really good down for a basis. But I'm pretty sure, Chase, as well, we're going to be heading into lobby very shortly. How are you feeling about this series coming up just now?
Hey, they had some time to prepare. I'm feeling like this one's going to be a lot of a better series for the Puerto Ricans. I feel like they're going to bring in a lot more hot and heavy firepower, hopefully, to the first map. I want them to start off on a better note. Getting that first opening hard point to go their way would be absolutely massive in momentum for them. They were able to give us a bit of a scrappy search and destroy too. It wasn't an absolute
definitely
slaughter like it was in the ADS game against Vast Unity, where ADS showed why they're undefeated in search and destroy. Again, it's one of those game types that both of these teams have a pretty similar record on. So hopefully things can go well for the Puerto Ricans, and we can potentially see this series dragged out further than 3 games and go all the way to 5.
I think, technically speaking, Chase, is where you've got the best 2 teams come up against each other right now in Violence and Authenti. What would you say personally, if you're on the side of Authenti after coming off a 3-1 loss to Violence? It definitely is what we call a momentum shift, and almost kind of lackluster you going into the next series. We usually see more 3-0s from a loss in the semi-final than anyone. The team that loses the semi-final first leg always tends to come in the second leg either hotter or dead. So what would Authenti have to do here really just to bring it to Team Violence?
Yeah, they have a lot riding on this one. Obviously, like we both know, they're out of there if they don't win this series. And so this is do or die, both Authenti today as well as still to come tonight later on, Vast Unity, our 2nd seed. We could be seeing the 2nd and 4th seeds exit, and especially that 2nd seed being upset against ADS Gaming. It's going to be pretty interesting to see if that unfolds, but we are going to have the action coming to you guys shortly here. Just need to fix a few things here, as unfortunately set up correctly, but we will be going to a short break just to give me and Connie some time to breathe, to take a little breather. But
actually, Chase, before you cut to that break, let me just talk real quickly about ALG, premium teams, more or less about the company, and of course what we have planned future coming forward. While you sort that out, of course, ALG have introduced the recent premium teams again. I'm promoting it once more now. This is basically an offer where you can opt in and come out with entry into the newest tournaments coming up. Of course, we've got Cold War coming out shortly after in the next couple of weeks. We also as well should be looking really into branching out to other games and expanding our prize pools, and of course expanding our base. Growth really is important here, and this year alone we've seen the most growth and the most engagement from everyone. I know we've got all 42 of you in right now just having a good time and vibing. But right now, as we head into the 2021 season of fixtures and events, LG just simply wants to grow and really reach out, try and find as many people as possible just to get the best experience for you guys coming forward. So premium teams is a way for your team to really get involved and, just get a basis down, because this year alone we've seen a lot of teams come up. Of course, Violence, Authenti, ADS, just a couple to name right now, really are starting to shine a little bit. Offline Instagram, definitely moving more towards competitive Call of Duty. Hopefully we'll see them in CDC competing a little bit here and there. Of course, exciting times are ahead. And as well as the jerseys that me and Chase are wearing right now, we've got KGK jerseys, of course, is what we are wearing. Just representing after that one time we actually stepped into a league match, and it was, of course, really beautiful for us to experience that in the league. Definitely a silver lining there. But of course, I'm pretty sure all teams that have entered this league so far, including 302, Onslaught, and the 4 left right now, and of course Innovate, they probably will have their own jerseys as well. So do not feel any need listen to me, but you should definitely look into that and the merch that they have produced. I'm pretty sure ALG, fingers crossed, will actually have some merch coming out pretty soon as well. Definitely it's one for the pipeline, but if they do come out, me and Chase, we're sporting them right off the bat. You know, we trust Ray in his design sense, but definitely are exciting things coming up right now for ALG. And that really is all that we can say right now. I believe a commercial break is needed while she's at the lobby, so we'll be right back and enjoy.
Okay, folks, we are back, and the action is coming in hot, and it's coming in quick as Team Violence and Authenti are here in Hackney Yard, battling things out on our first map. This is Hardpoint. Connie, walk us through what you're expecting in this Hardpoint Hackney Yard.
We're going to be seeing a lot of defensive play here coming in from the side of Authenti Esports. They, of course, have got like good side, but right now Violence are breaking in from the left, right, and middle. All three lanes really are under occupation, and Authenti have to answer the call off the break. Now, of course, the player right here is going to try and get down with the AI. A little bit too aggressive there, and he does lose his life. Unfortunately, not much they can do here. Now, Violence are going to play off for the initial 60. Now, the only way that ADS, or sorry, not ADS, Authenti can really find a grip here is through holding down a good P2, or even keeping a contest coming in heavy on the P1 and keeping a strong line heading in P2. Players on the map right now, you're seeing one yellow dot there break through the middle. The kill feed is all yellow. This is great right now if you're a Team Violence fan, but unfortunately, they're going to break through here, and I think that is where there's going to be a spawn put coming in pretty hot. Now, Violence have actually done a break. They've actually broken through here really, really fast on this P1. I'm very surprised. I've never seen this before, especially at this stage in the tournament. You know, these P1, P2 breaks in Hackney are not easy to pull off, and right now they're doing just that. Now as we head into it, it's going to be heavy contests coming in right now. Violence still in the lead. Authenti are finding some time, but they're spawning so far out there inside P1. Oh my god, Chase. This is not what you want to be seeing right now if you are an Authenti Esports supporter, because right now they're getting hammered, and they need to try and find a way to break into this P2.
Yeah, P2 is definitely not going to be in the cards for Team Violence, by the way. I mean, Authenti, by the way, that it's being played out so far. So far, it's just an absolute massacre from the side of Authenti Esports. I mean, by the side of Team Violence, and damn, I'm flustered because I gotta fix some things on the side, folks, as Connie's gonna continue to cast for you guys.
Not to panic, boys. I'm back in and I'm coming in hot. We're going to be seeing right now Violence again. A nice 40-point lead coming in off the P3. Players from Authentic pushing through P1, through that top L, top 10 if you will. They really are finding some coverage, but as you can see, it's a split kill feed, 2-1 on the side of Hortensi. They, of course, are going to get more pressure through the middle, but they're not breaking through around the back line. And that really is where Violence can find some, well, pressure, if you will. One smoke down through there, and that's all you need to cover it. But right now, we are not going to be seeing much pressure from the side of Hortensi, but they are definitely finding utility, and that really is a good play if you want to try and break through. Now, of course, time is split in half. 20-second difference now coming in. Violence are trying to find some coverage here, but again, a player who's done it on top green. P4 now going to come pretty shortly, and again, you know, there are some players running on the side of Violence, pretty sure, that are just absolutely frying, you know. You got some players in here that really do like to shine, you know. I'm fairly sure G and Alu, if anyone were to ever mention, you know, the beautiful people that they are, alongside, of course, the Violence players, they really can fry. And that's what you've got to shout for. You've got to shut them down. You've got to make sure they actually cannot get a breathing room. And right now, Hortensi are playing really fundamental again. Now, last time out, it was about sticking to the fundamentals. And they were doing that, but they weren't slaying enough. They just weren't finding the pressure. Now we're seeing more aggression out of them. And we're going to be seeing more, well, presence on the map, but that's not a bad thing right now, because P4s are coming pretty hot. And we're going to be seeing Team Violence themselves actually get in there, and nobody's going to challenge them for about 5 more seconds. Now, this is great, because again, I'm not really sure what's going on right now. Hortensi now going to overtake. I think this right here is a real flip-flop. This is the Hackney Yard effect right now. Again, a 2-1 gunfight. I think, you know, Violence really can not break in. I think Hortensi have actually done really well here. But there's, well, one thing that they really have right now that needs to be changed. They have got P5 spawns. And players right there are just taking things over. That's my guy, Alu, right there. This right here was the man who got a 14 kill streak on that Azir cave. Showing again what it's like to be a main AR in Hackney. And dare I say it, the weather this time of year isn't that hot. But, you know, as far as things are going to be going, we are going to be seeing what we like to call a bit of a switch bait here. We're going to be seeing Violence again, hold on the P5, as it's going to pop right there. The players from Hortensi are breaking through, and it could be just all yellow. And look at Violence right now. Alu right now breaking through the pistol. He will find more kills. That right there is Alu. He's breaking through. He's taking names. He's sending them to the graveyard. And that is what you like to see if you're on the side of Alu and the boys in Team Violence. Now, again, we're going to be some more players right now. Hortensi chilling around, you know, back P4. They're not really breaking through per se, you know. We are going to be seeing more or less Violence take the lead here. Only 7 or 8 points, but you know, when the hill does pop, it pops, and boy, does it really go boom. We are going to be seeing what we like to call passion on the map, and this right here is what's going to happen, because Hortensi are now starting to pressure on. Bear in mind, they were down 50 points in the first hill, now bringing it back comfortably all the way through to try and get some more pressure and coverage on this P1 about to pop just now. Again, it is going to be red dots swarming around inside the warehouse. The kill feed is all red. Hortensi are coming in pretty heavy. 40 points down, not an issue. Because Violence right now are looking to extend it. But Hortensi have got armor lined up, and they're going to fight back with all force. And they are seeing right there 4 dead in the kill feed. Minimap popping up right now as well, because Violence are spawning out by Blue Van. This is awful for your Team Violence right now. And now we're going to be seeing more or less players trying to find some coverage and get things going. But unfortunately, nothing really is going to go their way. As now, life itself is going to hit them straight in the face and take them straight to the graveyard again, because it's going to be Hortensi Esports finding players right now. It's going to be, whoa, my goodness. L is being played super heavy right there, but again, Violence are finding the way into these hills. They're finding some pressure, they're finding some passion, and it really is going to hit here right away. It's going to hit heavy. It's going to hit really heavy. That's what I meant to say right there, without getting lost in my own words. But now, as things are going to pop off, Violence have got another P1 sorted for themselves. 40-point lead here, but look at this. They're going for another P2 break again, and it's going to be Alu, who's running around with the M4 like it is a crack sub-player. But again, looking at this right now, Hortensi are doing so well at holding themselves off. They are taking things super calm and casual. Only a 120, 169 map, you know. As things are really going to heat up, Chase, we are seeing what we like to call an absolute barn burner of a map, as you'd say.
I really need to make a note about something, though. And I have no clue what is happening, but Tress is 3-4.
Oh my god. He's got an MP5 as well.
How are you 3-4 on Hackney with the... now you're going to start bringing something. He just needed us to commentate over him. He just needed us to give him some screen time.
It's alright, mate. You go. You do your thing. We're here for you, mate. We love you. Just keep doing your thing.
Well, the rest of his teammates have been absolutely doing their thing, especially a player in visuals who's going 22-17 right now alongside Sandbooster, who both been boosting this Authentic side to a lead right now at 171 and growing over the 169. So they're being able to win these hills. And the money hill for Authentic Esports last time around was P2 to P3. They were able to grab a ton of time on that one, and if they're able to do so again this time around, they could be ending things before we even see a P5 or even a P4 here, as they're doing so well on this hill to just try and break it. But Team Violence instead, now they're gonna have spawns and they're gonna be able to hold it in their favor. And Tres, he's gonna try to work on his KDA right now, as he's going 6 and 7, make that 6 and 8, still doing very abysmal stuff on the map, but his teammates are gonna try to pick up where he's leaving off. And Team Violence, though, however, have been holding quite perfectly this P3 off of that P2, and now going into P4, Authentic backs against this wall. They could be going down 1-0 to start things off in this series today. But Connie, do you think they have what it takes to really post up some sort of response to this action from the side of Team Violence and maybe get themselves some time on this next hill?
Well, bear in mind they're playing a Hackney good side in the first map, and so far I'm not seeing anything really that is intriguing my eye. I am seeing some players, of course, fry a little bit out there, and they'll get any rotations in, but again, the power's not there. One player that was going 3 and 4, 7 kills across 300 seconds, 400 seconds, 3 or 4 kills, and 4 or 5 deaths. I don't know what's going on. But again, Team Violence come back to answer it, and it's going to be a 251-78 for the first map as Chase. That was what we like to call a very intense Hackney Yard.
Oh, boy, intenso.
Muy entiende. That's right, I do speak a little bit.
Muy fuego. That was a hot one. Okay, definitely. I want to personally say that the Puerto Ricans actually came out a lot hotter on this opening hardpoint that they did in the opening hardpoint they had about 2 days ago. Again, in their first series against Team Violence in the semifinals. So,
yeah,
if that has any indication of growth for this team and maybe understanding some of their faults and looking to fix some of it, we might be on to something of a more intense and more exciting series to still come about, as we're going to be moving into that search and destroy map number 2 on be Arklov Peak. When we come back after this little ad break, you guys will see that. So stick with us. We will be back after these short messages.
Stay tuned. gentlemen, and welcome back. Now, of course, map number 2 is going to be in the famed middle part of Europe. It's going to be in Arklov Peak, and things are going to really hit up between Authentic and Violence as Violence in the series 1-0. Now, heading into this first side, we're going to be having an attacking side on the favour of Authentic. Now, this map, Arklov Peak, does favour the bold. It does favour, in fact, more or less a defensive strategy. But we are seeing more or less bomb plants on this side of the coin coming at A and, succeeding, to be fair. But here, right now, the trade's coming in. It's going to be now a 4v4 situation as a nade and utility of both teams will cancel each other out there. Now, Authentic going to be really bold here and ballsy and take it through the middle. Now, Chase, this is what I like to call more or less an attacking strategy. Once, of course, information is read, Authentic can actually push through here and find some space. Like in football, they can find areas where players aren't covering, and right now Violence are too busy now to really see what's going on. But again, Authentic now going to slow down here and almost ruin their plan a little bit, because now you're going to be seeing Violence here know where they're going to be, always going to be in the middle. But gunfights are going to happen. All you need to do here is just play his life and play his head. But then again, the gunfight's coming in now. It's going to be what I do believe is a 1v3 situation. Correct me if I'm wrong right now, but it's going to be one man on the side. It's going to be Alu, the boy himself. He right now is going to look after his team and get things going. Now, he knows the bomb is going to be put down here. Pistol in hand. Being a bit erratic here, that could have really executed well, to be fair. But unfortunately, there is no cigar to draw or to take things, 1-0 Chase. Dare I say it?
Yeah, the sniper just not in the right angle and looking at the feet of the opponent there. If he was able to land a shot a bit higher up on the body, probably would have been a different sort of ending there. He would have gotten a kill and would have gotten more time to kind of work with there. But unfortunately, just not the case in that one, as we see Alu choke things up, and that's going to be a opening round going to Authentic Esports. Now up 1-0. What can Authentic do now with this lead? Will they be able to keep it, or will they lose this lead to Team Violence here, who are looking quite strong right now with their 5-man push to A? As now number 2, that's going to be Brizzy that we were just on, is going to have to rotate away. What will trade you from his position here by the statue in the middle of the map? He's going to rotate over. He's going to go for the kill, but Swish is going to be able to take him out. Now, at long range is going to be August, looking to pick up players hanging near the bomb there, and he's going to have to deal with a pesky sniper hanging out all the way in the church. Now, it's going to be the sniper from Visual who's going to have to deal with these last remaining players here. He's going to get one off that bomb, but unfortunately, he's going to die to the impact through the wall, and that's going to be it for this side of Authentic Esports that round, as Team Violence even things out 1-1.
Definitely, Chase, one of the more interesting rounds I like to see. A nice 1-1 scoreline. You know what? Authentic themselves actually are looking a little bit nice here in the S&D. The strategies are very aggressive, very through the middle. Not usually what we see in Arklov Peak. Now, what would you really say as far as Authentic go in their style of play in Arklov Peak? Is that a more attacking, or are they more balanced, or are they more defensive? You tell me.
Definitely is going to be more of a, I want to say offensive favored map, especially with the way that you can play those angles over by A. But man, this is going to be a interesting one, as it's really heating up here with the nades coming through for Team Violence and putting themselves in a 5 versus 2 situation right now. And can they get any more? That's the real question. As Alu's sniper rings true, gets a kill, opposing's gonna get another kill, and it's gonna be all down to 1. That's a perfect round for Team Violence if I've ever seen one, as they get all 5 players from Authentic to drop without losing a single soul on their end.
Definitely is one more for the heartstrings, as again, we're going to be seeing Violence and Authentic to take things a little bit too close to the wire here. Only a 2-1 scoreline, but I can definitely see it going to probably around a 5-5 even, Definitely is one of the maps that you can see it. But again, offensive favours the bold, and, we're definitely seeing more wins coming off this offensive side. And I think someone there is going to do some more painting on the floor. I have no idea what that actually is, because Swish, I can't really see what you're doing,
I call it disinfecting, for COVID.
I call it playing it safe. You know how it is. As far as things go, Violence and Authentic, they're looking pretty strong here on the A. Again, opposing those being very aggressive. In fact, he's being so aggressive, he's almost breaking the movement strategies in Modern Warfare. I mean, Cold War comes out pretty soon, but I think he's already figured out how to play that as well. you know. But then again, Alu, he actually misses the timing there a little bit. Watches the flank again, very good timing, but, you know, Authentic are not playing the flank, they're just playing for a very, very, very heavy trench push here. You know, they're watching these players right now on violence, just, you know, keep things calm. Authentic, though, almost blocking him here, but I do believe, Chase, a player has lagged out from Authentic.
It looks like Trey is back in. Unfortunately, he has missed this round, but he'll be in the next round.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You hate to see that.
Round here, unfortunate, as Team Violence is able to win this one and be up 3-1. That's not a sight that you want to see as an Authentic supporter. Puerto Ricans, unfortunately, having to do more than just the forces of Team Violence, but also it looks like internet forces as well. Hopefully Trace can get that sorted up and he can get into this one and, you know, have an impact. As right now the impact not really being felt by the side of Authentic Esports, is you're not really bringing much to the table with only 1 round and the 3 rounds on the side of Violence. As right now they are going to impact this round early, getting 2 massive kills, make that 3 off of Sins' ingenuity around that bomb, and he's going to open that up for the plant, for his player to plant safely. As he's going to get a kill in the background here. I believe he gets the kill through the fence on the bomb planter, so he's going to delay that bomb plant. He's also going to delay the second bomb plant. This is massive. He's going to need to be dealt with soon before that bomb, before a bomb planter gets on safely to plant it. And that bomb's going to end up getting planted safely. Now we're going to have a retake in a... Oh my lord, G snaps on that player.
Okay.
That was absolutely fantastic. Spidey senses are tingling indeed for him, as it's going to be G and Switch working together. G kind of carrying Swish in the moment here, as he's going to approach this bomb. He's going to look for that player. He's going to catch that player. That's 4 for him. Can he make it 5? Nope. He's going to lose that. Now it's going to be Swish left in the 1 versus 1, but Authentic Esports are able to close it out and get themselves a second round on the board off of Trey, the man who disconnected the last round. Really comes in hot with the 2-piece at the end to close out the 2 versus 2. And big ups to him in the 1 versus 2, actually closing things out, as Authentic Esports are able to answer 1 round back, putting things at 3-2. Now, Connie, will Team Violence grow their lead to 4-2, or will Authentic Esports tie things up? Bring us the action.
Bear in mind, Authentic Esports literally played around with 4 players, and they're still putting in a shift here in this Zarkov. You know, we are seeing them, you know, give a little bit of a, you know, an S&D masterclass here almost. I said beforehand in the prelims that they would not perform in the S&D. They're more of a small map, you know, respawn team. But there, Alu finds a snipe on somebody. You know, Visual again finds the return, a little dome piece to add to the collection. But then, oh, G, he comes in as well. You've got 2 of the shining stars of the MVP rankings, G and Alu, finding some serious rounds in this round at number 6. But, you know, we are going to be, you know, more or less keeping an eye out for things, because as far as things are going, I'm not seeing much cap, you know. I'm not seeing a lot of cap. But what I am seeing right now is both teams fighting for their lives to win the $1,000 prize at the end of the day. And right now, 3v3 situation coming in on an Arcov peak. I mean, it really isn't too nice. But Brizzy is going to push around here. Bomb is going to go down. That's going to be a free kill. Yes, it is. But look at that right now. A 2v... Is it a 2v2? Oh no, it is not a 2v2. It's going to be a 2v1. Bomb down for Violence. And Alu is now left to try and pick up the pieces. Look at Alu again. He will find a kill. But what he's going to play right now on bomb. All Alu needs to do is just play around the bomb. But look, he knows the player's going to be on mound. He's just got to play his life for a little bit. Play headies. But look at that. He gets sniped. Hit marked. My goodness. It's really going to get a little bit intense here. As we look, Alu now on the left side. Alu. Behave yourself right there, my son. That right there was a bit of a 1v2 for you. Take it easy. See you later. Goodbye. You know how it is, Chase.
He just says good night, sweet prince, to the player challenging him, and even sprays his body at the end for good measure. Great work out of Alu to close out that round for his team. When they need him the most, he shines, like we've seen him shine time and time again. That is why he is up in the top 4, actually top 5 of the players to potentially get the league MVP at the end of this season. So bear with us as we continue to see the action unfold in this series and the next, and on to the finals. as we will be crowning a league MVP by the end of all this. Both these teams having players in the running for some great performances. Tress, massive performances out of him. Same with I believe Brizzy, and then Team Violence, they have G and opposing and Alu, all three of them really in the running for potential player of the league MVP. And right now, things are at a bit of a standstill. 4 versus 4. The bomb potentially to be planted at B, but the sniper of Alu cleans up one of the players' domes. That's going to be Sins dropping and putting Team Violence in the lead right now for players, as G's going to get in there, get taken out, and now that's a B bomb site that's going to be under siege by the side of Authenti. Now, will number 5 in Authenti, that's Trace, will he be able to get a kill and potentially get into a potential position to plant that bomb? It looks like he's going to get taken out before he can do so, and that's going to be it for Team Violence taking another round, and Authenti Esports being backed up even further.
Really is unlucky and unfortunate, you know. I don't know, it's just one of them things really that you don't see coming, but you do see coming. I think, you know, Violence are really putting in shifts here. They're sort of taking things, you know, to the brink, but this is the semi-finals chase, you know. I've seen teams come from 0-5 down and bring it back, you know. Have you ever seen anything in COD? This stuff happens near enough all the time. But, you know, as far as things are going to be said and done, it's going to be the last round here, hopefully for Team Violence. But Authenti bringing it back 3 rounds. Is it on the cards chase? Why, yes, I certainly think it is, mate. Of course, though, Authenti are looking a little bit more comfortable now, watching every single lane and covering. Bomb, though, is taken really far out there by Docs almost. So that's really risky. Now, the timing is going to favour the side of the bold of Team Violence, as now it is going to be a player opposing who could get it down here pretty comfortably. But, you know, that is what he's going to play for. He's going to play for a quick plant right now. Now, again, he wants to plant it ideally at the front door here. His teammates are covering the mid, but, you know, Authenti are backing it round. So what you need to do here, if you're going to be a Team Violence player, you play the top. You play the top. You don't peek for an MP5, though. You just play the top. And because bomb's down, you know, everyone from the side of Authenti has to rotate left here. Now, again, Brizzy will not see a player up there, but he will... Oh, my goodness, wow, now that was pretty much a KO
What'd
right
you
there.
say again,
He
sir?
snapped. He snapped straight onto his face and ripped it off like Leatherface. Now, as far as things are going to be said and done, it's another 1v3 situation. Violence, however, do unfortunately take the map. And that's going to be now a 6-2 for map number 2.
What a clear-cut win for Team Violence.
Dominant almost, if you will, you know.
They absolutely dropped their dong on the table if I ever seen it. It's going to be 2-0 in the series right now. Going into map number 3, Authenti Esports really are desperate for a map here. And going into a domination after being dominated in the Search and Destroy, how do you feel... how do you feel like this third map?
As far as things are going to be said and done, you know, it definitely is going to be more or less favouring my boys, Violence, but Authenti, who are also my brothers, you know, I can really tell you now, Authenti could probably come back here. I'm pretty sure it's a vast unity, take a hard point, you know, sorry, hard point, a domination. Pretty much last draw. Unfortunately, they did lose the next map, but, you know, the domination really is a swing if you play it correctly. You know, Chase. But now, we're going to be taking you to a very quick and very relaxing commercial break. A short one. Chase, wait back into the action. See you later. Would you look at that, guys? You can't see me. You can't see me, but now you can see me, and that is the important thing. Now, of course, we have myself and Chase right here, just sort of chilling, vibing a little bit here, going into the map number 3, and it's going to be, of course, a domination on Hackney Yard. Definitely does favour more or less team violence, but Authentic do have it in the books really to get things going again. But, you know, as things really are standing right now, I want to know how you're all doing in chat right now, how you're all keeping. Definitely keeping well. I do hope, of course, coronavirus is sort of peaking again right now. Cases are on the spike. You know, you've got Donald Trump who wants to win another election. That's happening, I do believe, in 9 days, if I'm wrong. Sorry, around 9-10 days. Yeah, well, don't listen. I do not follow politics, but there's an election coming up, so it's very important for people to decide what they want to do with their lives and who they want to get in, really. But as far as things are looking, I can tell you right now, I fucking hate Trump, and that right there is the beauty of it. As far as things are right now as well, pardon?
No politics.
Listen, I studied politics at high school. All you need to know, vote for who you want to vote for.
Okay.
And if you're young, get involved. That's all I can tell you.
So now all you people in chat are working on some technical difficulties, but while those technical difficulties get resolved, we wanna honor you guys with some time to Q&A potentially with Con Man right here, Connie EQ, one of the best amateur casters in the scene on the rise.
Amateur.
Oh, I want to say pro, but.
Yeah. There's no pro casters here. We just sort of do it just for the fun of it and keeping it good.
Well, if we were pro casters, we'd be at the phase. I mean, what? I'm not going to talk about that.
Oh, the 25k phase event. In fairness, they are also around. You know, one. Listen, the guys casting that. That's going to be what? That is Brody, Shift, Visions, and Proper. 4 of our close friends, and we're going to be seeing them next year in Cold War. So you know how it is, guys. It's going to be a beautiful time for the casting quality in COD. Wouldn't you agree, Chase?
Yeah, hopefully it's a brilliant time for the casting quality. And then on top of it all, there's obviously been a lot of stuff talked about in the pro scene, you know, with a few of these teams filling out their rosters finally. If you want to touch on that, that'd be pretty epic.
Well, as far as pro scenes right now, of course, to keep it dated, of course, me and Chase used to segment this quite a lot, you know, around like the midweeks of this league. But whenever we touched on it, Insight has now gone to Toronto Ultra. The dear boy himself, Jamie, has been signed. He is going to be a substitute and potentially could start if things, you know, don't really go so well for Toronto. But he is, of course, a main AR. Now, what this means, of course, a main AR as a substitute is something that you don't usually see. You know, you usually see around a flex or sub player. But Jamie, being that guy, is going to be a substitute and he's going to be a main AR. Definitely a great pickup for Toronto. He has got more insight than anything else. He can look into and see and predict a lot of people's thought processes and patterns. As a main AR as well, he is very quick. You know, he can be very quick, very slow. And he tends to stick to his gut instinct, you know, which as a main AR is important. You know, well, when you're a main AR, you kind of need to be more or less like a goalkeeper, if you will. You need to be really much, you know, stiff, frigid. You know, make sure your teammates are really locking things down so that you can mow them down in a lane or two. But Jamie can do more than that because he's a very versatile player. Now, as far as that, of course, Hydra did get picked up by New York Subliners as well. He is the French wonder kid who was on Train Hard alongside Defrag, PT, Brezzy, and Whalers, who got 8th, unfortunately, in the Champs. But they consistently placed, you know, top 2, top 3 throughout the whole of the Modern Warfare season. And, you know, it was under the coach of Daryl Javid, who really is one of the better coaches out there, alongside myself, Phoenix, Tom, Cam Allen. You know, Javid is, you know, he really has taught, you know, Hydra a lot. And he's going to be bringing a lot to New York, especially under the guidance of Mr. James Eubanks, a.k.a. Clayster, who, dare I say, Chase, you look a little bit like.
No, what do you mean I look like Clayster? Holy smokes. You know, hey, if you wanted to say my skill looks a little like Clayster's, then I'm not that good behind the sticks. I'm better behind the mic. I'm better behind the mic. That's where I do most of my my bomb dropping, you know? But other than that, you know, you're looking at a very different sort of, I think, heir to the league, not just because we're moving into 4 versus 4, but also the way some of these new teams have been put together with like new rosters changes. You know, new players are positioned with other players that we didn't really expect to be necessarily together. I think not a lot of us expected, you know, the signings that Minnesota put together. I didn't. Did you?
Well, then again, Minnesota. Well, the budget was definitely there. You got Gary V, who's investing in that in that franchise. You know, he can get whoever he wants on. So, I think Minnesota could be probably like a top 6, top 4 team. But you know, I've seen a lot of surprises in my life, so I wouldn't be surprised if they can really win something this year, especially with the quality of Mike and Dylan. You know, attached and Major Maniac, they bring a lot to a team. And as far as things are going to be going, and said, we more or less are keeping things a little bit comfortable. But you know, things as far as CDC are going and CDL, they're still getting together. Paris, unfortunately, haven't made any announcements yet. London as well haven't made any announcements yet. Optic Gaming LA, and I do believe one other team needs to get some players signed as well. But I think, you know, most of these teams really are keeping things tier 1, and dare I say it, we're more or less looking at life itself, and we are looking at these players. You know, like there's so many amateurs coming up into the pro league. It's a good sign. It's a really good sign, and more or less we're going to be seeing a lot of people in the sense of it all that are going to hopefully perform in the form of Jamie and Paco, or Hydra and Insight. But I'd say you've got to really look into and keep your eye out for a couple more players. As far as things are going to be going, as far as things are going to be said, we are definitely going to be enjoying some rosters coming up. As you get said, Minnesota, they are going to be one of the better teams to watch. FaZe as well, with the signing of Varsities, they could probably win everything. You know, they've already won everything as a 5 with Clayster involved. New York as well look pretty deadly, although they need to sign one more player. John is still rumoured to go there. Chase, do you think he's actually going to go there, or is it, you know, just stuff in the air at the moment?
I think that rumor probably stand as you know, I think that we'll end up going to that team. But at the end of the day, I still kind of feel for a few of these players over on the EU side of things that are unfortunately still, you know, quite a few of them are having troubles with, I think I've heard and whatnot, trying to move on over to the US during all this pandemic stuff. I know we have heard of a few players that have been able to make their treks, like, you know, Pred and from Australia and Hydra from EU, but I still have heard that there's a bit of issues with all this quarantine and COVID stuff. So, you know, still a lot
France
of
at the moment isn't too bad. It's not too bad at the moment. The UK isn't. Spain is really bad at the moment. Fingers crossed they actually are okay and getting things together. But you know, a lot of the Mediterranean countries are really struggling over here in Europe. We as well in the UK are spiking. You know, that's just down to
everybody is spiking.
Yeah, well, bear in mind, a lot of us go back to university and college,
most of
it's sort of spread in there.
Yeah, you know, a ton of it's school, a ton of it's people being impatient, not really sticking it out, and liking to be not held up, but sort of holed up in their houses for so long. And it's something that the world hasn't experienced in, like, you know, over, like, what is it, 3 decades, 4 decades, 5 decades since there was last I don't even I'm trying to remember when the last kind of big outbreak that had everybody quarantined was, but it was generations ago. Potentially we're looking at even further back than most of our parents out there. So this is just it's a pretty unusual time, and through unusual times there's unusual circumstances and unusual effects that happen out of everything. And you know, everybody just continue to do best you can at, you know, keeping clean and keeping those around you safe from harm, from contracting this virus. Wouldn't you agree, Connie?
I agree with you completely there, to be fair. As far as the virus though itself, it has definitely changed over the past 6 months. Of course, there was so much fear behind it back in March and April when it really first came off. Now around October, November time, you know, the fear is dying out. People really are getting over it. However, the ways of dealing with it, you know, have of course improved. There's still a hunt for a cure. We are probably hoping for a cure around springtime, or if you are in the Americas, I think it's going to be a little bit earlier than that, because I'm not sure how much money's been pumped into medicine out there. But in Europe, a lot of focus is going onto the medicine and trying to get this sorted. But as far as that, certain countries are more impacted than others over here. You know, a lot of my Spanish friends really are struggling and coping pretty poorly with it. You know, it's a lot of stress on their plate, you know. But as far as that, you know, you got to worry about working, all these other things as well. COVID really has impacted everything on a daily basis. Like, I think when I go into university, which is only 1 day a week now because, you know, you have to social distance when you actually are on campus, and, you know, lectures are actually only an hour for a week because the rest of it's online. There's no real sense that you're actually at uni or at work because you're sort of isolated in your own little thing, and that's definitely impacted me. Anyone else who probably goes to university, and it's probably worse for people that actually live there again, because COVID is spreading more or less amongst dorms and apartment complexes of university students. And it's not necessarily that as well, because it's sort of like it's like herd immunity. You know, the younger you are, the more immune you are to it. But, you know, that is just how COVID's really played out. And fingers crossed 2021 is going to be a much better year. That's all from my political standpoint, and love for you all. Hope you all are keeping safe. Even Ratshat, hope you're keeping safe, mate. But right now, it's going to be map number 3.
Yep, we are going to be transitioning over to gameplay now. We are back on Hackney Yard, and this will be the last time we see Hackney Yard in this series. And potentially, you know, of this semifinals between these two, as this could be the map that ends the run of Authentic Esports if Violence is able to close it out with a win on this one. But right now, we have Authentic Esports on good side spawn with A flag, and Team Violence on bad side spawns with C flag. Now, how important is that off the break? It's tough to tell. It's very important for whichever team's really gets the good sides, the sides for A. But at the moment, it's a bit wacky with the way the gunfights are going in the middle of the map, and I think Authentic Esports are actually getting the best of Team Violence on the get-go.
As far as Violence themselves, they really are sort of taking things a little bit comfortable, you know, but B is going to go in the hands of Authentic Esports. The boys in red really are going to find some coverage here, and again, it's going to be more or less players right now in Violence trying to break through and get C-flag. But look at that right now. Trace is taking care of these players like it's his dinner. He is taking care of them every single bite at a time. Now, of course, we are still going to be seeing a 2-flag cap here. C, of course, isn't, well, it's going to go to Violence, so really is going to struggle here a little bit. But, you know, it really comes down to Chase, who really has got more pressure. And right now, we are going to be seeing Authentic at the break looking pretty strong.
Yeah, Authentic Esports, they're looking like a different Puerto Rican side than from the hard point for sure in this new respawn for the third map of the series. Definitely looking a lot stronger on this one, but Team Violence, they sweep the rug out from underneath Authentic Esports and get an absolute clapping of a 3-flag cap, and are even holding it right now very well, with difficulties still coming in from the side of Authentic Esports with their slaying just not being there. You're looking at Sins GG going 1-6. That is not what you want to be seeing from one of your stronger players on your team, especially coming off of that first map of the series. As Sins, he's not having a good time with his AR right now on this one, getting taken out by Swish and Alu in the process. And Alu really hot right now, and you know, what's scarier than seeing a hot Alu?
A cold Alu is the answer to that question.
Why?
'Cause he's cold, isn't it? Don't want a fucking cold Alu, do you, on the map?
Well,
You won't get shit done.
What's scarier for Authentic Esports than a hot Alu? Is Alu when he's absolutely...
A hot G. That's
A
what I'll
hot
tell you
G.
right now. A hot G. Anyone who's first to getting hot, but right now it's Alu taking care of everyone on top 10. But, you know, Authentic is still playing the fundamentals pretty well to a T. They've got control of green, they've got control of A. You know, it really comes down to who's got it best. But look at Alu right now. He's doing what I used to do as a player, you know. He's just playing around one area with an AR and mowing them down like grass. It really is quite cute to see.
It's not even just him on a 7 streak. Him and opposing on 7 streaks make that 8 streaks. They're hand in hand right here. They're essentially competing against each other.
I'm feeling this right now. Are you feeling it as well?
Oh my, Alu's on 9. Is he gonna break his 14 streak? Oh my lord, Alu gets his way so close to that 14 streak. But now back over to opposing. Alu is absolutely such a fun player to watch. One of my favorite players I've ever coached in Call of Duty. And man, oh man, opposing, he's gonna be up there right now with some amazing gameplay here. G on a 5 streak. Alu building his way back up to a possible 10 streak like he had before. This one is quite quickly running away in Team Violence's favors.
Well, as far as Team Violence themselves, I mean, you know, 73-45. It's a really good first half score right now. Or are we in the second half? I'm not too sure. I think this is the second half. Well, end of the first half. I can't really see it because Chase has got dual screen on. First half, thank you. Right. Again, that is really good. They're on track to get around a 170 win game here. I mean, we do say it now, domination is definitely a swing game mode, and right now, Authentic are looking pretty much like the shit. They are doing pretty well for themselves, you know. Violence as well aren't really doing too horrible, but, you know, you can have a flashy play all you want, but when Swish really isn't engaging with anything, you know, you've got to really up it. I'm pretty sure Trez had the same issue, and the hard point as well, but, you know, really hitting Swish.
Alu on top with 21 kills and 6 deaths. The man is more than just hot. He's melting. He's lava right now. Just, you don't want to be anywhere near him except maybe visuals right there. He's able to take him out, but that's at the end of this half where he's pretty much just playing all flashy and in people's faces with an AR. Definitely not the way you're supposed to be playing that gun, but nonetheless, he's making it work. And I don't think we usually see Alu on an AR, don't we? I swear we've seen him quite often using a submachine gun and during the rest of the league season, but you know, this switch around, it's looking quite interesting. But Alu, man, performing like a professional out there.
Pure sex on the map, that right there.
Oh, definitely.
Pure sex.
Orgasmic.
That's a bit gay.
Whoa. Connie, don't get too comfortable here with what you're saying, but man, Team Violence are looking way too comfortable on this map. And Authentic Esports, what do they need to do to win this one? Really, who are the players that need to step up? What needs to be stepped up? And oh my lord, they're down to 4 players once again. This is just so unfortunate here for Authentic Esports. Might have to. I want to cut the game here, but we're already at half in. As it looks like they're gonna get their player back here. That's gonna be Trey. So his kill score is gonna get reset, obviously, but just unfortunate when internet plays a factor in a potential loss. But you know, Authentic Esports, they are most likely. Oh man, he was heating up and I was off of his camera. But man, if you're seeing your team bow out in the semifinals of a league, you know, up against the top team in the league, you can't be too unhappy, right?
I mean, you know, it's just tough, isn't it? Because there's been so much skill gap with some of these teams. I thought Authentic really could have fought back here and really got something going. You know, it's really awkward, but it's not too awkward. You know, I don't really see too much hate because they play pretty Call of Duty. You know, I haven't really thought anything they've done. Just Violence in the day today, especially, have shown up and really performed.
Yeah, but at the same time, we have to always, you know, show a bit of more respect, and give praise to those that, you know, bow out early here. And we're going to be seeing Authentic Esports bowing out after this very rough domination. And, you know, just we're so thankful to have had them in this league, showing up for Puerto Rico up against all those other teams in the league that they've taken down in the process to getting where they're at right here in the semifinals. But it looks like Team Violence is going to be their first team tonight, booking their ticket into the grand finals that will be going on later on, either this weekend or early on next week. As
I think probably this Sunday we should have a very packed grand finals. You know, Sunday grand finals always tend to be better than anything else in life. I think we're going that one, Chase.
Well, maybe not everything, but definitely it's one of those things that everybody loves to see on their. Everybody likes to see on their schedule, likes to see on their YouTube feed. Grand finals coming up, and oh man, that would be quite epic for us. And who do you suppose is going to join them in the grand finals? Vast Unity or ADS?
ADS.
Man,
I say it with my chest, ADS.
He's predicting the 3rd seed to complete full upset of the 2nd seed in the league, while I, on the other hand, am going to take the devil's advocate in this one and play the Vast Unity card. And no, I'm not talking about the reverse card in Uno. I'm playing the Vast Unity card, who I believe are going to be able to win their series later tonight. up against the side of Authentic, but up against the side of ADS Gaming. But Authentic Esports were able to get a triple cap in the midst, and while all this was going on, and they're actually right back in this one. I might have spoken way too early on this one being an early exit for Authentic Esports, as Authentic Esports have absolutely eclipsed Team Violence on the map right now, and are showing us that they're still able to hang in here, especially with the even with a disconnect in the middle of things. Authentic Esports find themselves in a lead going into the last minute of this second half of the domination. Connie, we didn't expect this. How did Authentic manage to do this as Visual is heating up for his team? Trey has come back and he's been absolutely rebirthed from the ashes, going 12-9 from his restart. This Authentic Esports side looks like they might have just slipped in a map win in this series.
They might have done it. They might have done it. The C neutral needs to come in right now. It needs to come in. It's only reassuring them right now. But look at Violence now pushing through the middle. It's going to be August right now. That right there was 2 months ago. Now he's coming into this month and taking care of his business. But Brizzy is only finding more power alongside that B flag. Only clearing it off a little bit. But I think Authentic done it. Look at that right there. 14 points. They definitely have secured themselves a win here. I don't know if the score is flipping around right now, but I really need to check out this map. Because right now, Authentic have made the comeback of the season, almost matched by Vash Unity on the Gun Runner the other day. But really, we are seeing what we like to call passion, straight power, and Authentic taking things to serious heights as they win 1-6-3 to 1-4-5, JC. That right there is what you call domination.
Oh my lord, the passionate, powerful Puerto Rican boys have come through with a win. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am so sorry, Authentic Esports and your fans, that I had counted your team out way too early in this map. But man, oh man, maybe, just maybe, this is the momentum they now need to take a hard point and force a map 5 in the series. As we're going to be seeing ourselves on the next map of this one, that should be, I believe that's going to be the Ramaza here. So, after the Ramaza of Petrograd, if we see the Ramaza go the way of Authentic, man, oh man, this was absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane.
Yes, I can imagine that really well. However, one thing that you've got to understand, my friend, and really take into consideration here, you can't get them out. Right there, they've done it. They really have done it, and they've done it comfortably. So, now, map number 4, Ramaza. We'll be seeing that shortly, but first, a glass of water for me and Chase. Ad break.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and yes, you guys see it correctly, it is a 2-1. So Authentic Esports on the board late in the third map. Now, will they be able to convert this hard point on Ramaza? Ramaza, one of the most interesting hardpoint maps. One of my favorite maps, actually, in this Call of Duty, just for overall gameplay purposes of across the different game types. And wow, we're going to be in for a hot one here with Team Violence actually
64.
spawning on the good side here.
Yeah, 64 chase to be so hot on the side of
But it looks like we're going to have to restart things.
They're really going to come back from a Team Violence win here. They do play the 6v4, but look at it right now. They're just taking their own lives. They can't be asked. It really is the bot's fault here. It's not what you like to see, but you know what is happening anyway.
Yeah. We're going to be restarting this one, folks. So quickly, we'll go to ad break and get you guys the proper action in a moment. We are back, folks, and the action is still underway here. We are going to be moving on into our hard point on Rammaza with the teams all set up properly this time around. This is 2-1 in favor of Violence going into this one, where Violence can still, this is their second opportunity to knock out Authentic Esports with this next map win. But Authentic Esports, this is another opportunity for them to tie things up and extend this series to a map 5 to keep their lives alive in this semifinals series, as they're also down one series to 0 to the side of Team Violence, as things are going to be super fast right off the break with Authentic Esports spawning out on the bad side of this one. But Connie, what are you going to expect from the side of Authentic Esports? Are we going to expect a bit more spice and now momentum to go their way, or are we going to see them maybe play out like the hardpoint had played out before in the first map of the series?
Definitely is something that I like to really take into consideration here, as you're saying now, Chase, but you know, they need to come out hot, they need to come out hot, they need to come out fast, they need to come out passionate, and right now, Team Violence are 30 points up, so really, they're going to really sort of break through here and get something going. Trez right now, though, is finding some things with the MP5, running through the middle here, but unfortunately, you know, the kill feed is all red, you know, they're breaking through here now, they're getting something going, but look at right now, look at that action right now in that P2. They're sort of pushing through here, but the spawns right now are still very far out. You know, Identity are going to really spawn out far here on this B Street. You know, as Team Violence now are going to send 3 middle, 2 around the B Street, a very favoured push, you know. But, you know, the smoke here, the utility has to be important. This is a really good push here from Trez to actually break through. Violence have no idea that he's slipped through this back end here. But look at this right now. He's going to line up some kills here. He'll find one. He'll dip in and unfortunately die a little too fast there. But again, the idea was really good. Authentic themselves are breaking through. Violence right now, stacking it, playing it like a proper hardpoint chase, in my opinion.
Yeah, right now, Authentic Esports, unfortunately, not in the spot that
Don't
we
get in that chase. Remember last time, you know how it is.
not in the spot that we need them to be in. If you are an Authentic supporter, but you know, on the point, grabbing time, that's a good sign right now, as they're gonna get a pinch. This is gonna be Team Violence now jumping on in here, grabbing the scrap time here, as well as having a player on the early rotation. That's gonna be August now, having to deal with all these Authentic players moving on into his territory. And damn, oh damn, Tress is going to catch him off guard there with the return fire. Just flicking around and taking him out. And now we're going to see Authentic Esports with control of this next hill. And Team Violence having to play from the back foot going into this next hill. This is big for the side of Authentic Esports. How much time can they get off of this one? Because this could be a massive hill for them in the early stages of this map in terms of grabbing some sort of momentum.
Well, let's be realistic here right now. Unfortunately, we are seeing more or less Team Violence right now really powering through it, but, you know, Authentic holding a really, really, really good P3 here. Again, though, they're sort of giving up, you know, 5-6 seconds here in the P3. They can afford that, but they need to contest and not waste gunfights. But Alu here right now is coming in, and he's heating up a little bit, you know, not too much. But again, players like Swish and players like, well, number 2 there, I can't actually see it. I see a B, but unfortunately I can't read it because my eyesight is terrible. 13-7 though, very impressive on the side of Authentic Esports, and it really is something that you just love to hear and see. Although, again, P4 are going to pop now, we're going to be seeing Team Violence themselves sort of play through the middle here right now. Authentic are going to opt instead to go through the construction. Will, of course, be a good break if they can find some good timings here, but it does appear that Trez's controller has in fact broken pretty badly. I don't think he's going to be out of the game for very long, but that right there is unfortunate if you've ever seen it before. Now, Contestants are going to come in, Violence are going to go and take over here a little bit, and it does look as though they are going to lead here pretty comfortably. And Chase, back to you. It's pretty intense over there, that P4.
Oh, it's definitely intense as you're seeing Authentic Esports coming in with a close score right now to Team Violence off of some great time that they were able to get off of that P number 3. And going into this P5 now, that's going to be a pretty decent rotation. We're going to see Authentic Esports once again losing a player. But if last map was anything of an indication of what Authentic Esports can, how they need to be taken seriously, even being down in a 5 versus 4. This Team Violence side hopefully don't make the same mistake that they did last time in lighting up and letting this Authentic Esports team sneak some points. Even when they're down in a 5 versus 4, as Authentic Esports are going to continue to play this one in 5 versus 4 fashion, and wait for Tres to try to get back on into this one, as he's going to be able to load back in. We're still going to see Team Violence with hill time here. Now, this lead quite comfortably extended here past the 60-point mark. What can we see out of Authentic Esports to try to really get back into this? They're gonna need a few flawless holds, I feel like, to get the momentum back swinging in their favor, as well as some points. But we're gonna already start to see some sort of momentum coming through, as they're gonna be good on spawns for P1, P2, with Authentic Esports spawning over by Broken. Now, Connie, what kind of action are we expecting over by this bridge for this for both of these sides, or are we going to be expecting more action around the spawns and around sandbags?
Well, as far as things are going to be saying right now, Sandbags is going to be in favor of the Violence boys. But August right now is just murdering down with an AR. He's just ADSing in one spot and then running into it. You know, it's a bit like a magnet for Authentic. But, you know, opposing right now, going to chill around the outside. Authentic are going to really mix up their breaks here a little bit. You get one player up top right there. They're really playing around construction. But 80 points down, you know, the afterburners need to kick in right now. And Trez, again, is cursed. 4 and 4. What is happening, JC?
Well, no, he got reset, remember?
Oh yeah, this controller was actually really bad, to be fair. But you know, unfortunately, these things in a semi-final do happen. And unlike COD as well, it is one of the worst environments really to see it happen. But you know, imagine if we were a land chase, you know, be a different story, let me tell you.
Oh yeah,
plug and play and me and you casting in suits be the dream scenario, you know.
We'd all be getting COVID if we were at LAN right now.
Oh, I know, but then again, I'm pretty sure there was a LAN, but it went ahead anyway. It was really.
Oh, we're not going to talk about that one.
Oh, that.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure that was awful, wasn't it? That still happened. Some people just don't care in life, and that's just one of them things.
Yeah, but we know who cares, and that's going to be KGK, who gave us these awesome jerseys to wear. Massive shout out to them once again under the free promotion, as they're continuing to support the stream and
I
support.
think checking out all the team's jerseys and
casters.
their merchandise really should be going ahead, but I'm pretty sure their ALG merch will definitely be on the cards for the future. Really comes down to Ray getting a good designer and seeing what he wants to do, you know, as far as it goes. But I think definitely would be really cool for us to wear ALG jerseys underneath something, or even having an ALG, you know, coffee mug.
And imagine an ALG tailored undershirt for a suit.
Imagine that.
Or an ALG an ALG, what's it
Imagine
called?
an ALG lunchbox. You got the ALG kids fucking meal. You got
Yo, ALG backdrops for us.
ALG backdrops would actually be really good to be fair. because
With
my backdrop
with
is really
ALG
cool,
sponsors.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously that's way into the future. To be fair, you know, that definitely is possible. But you know, we'll see what Cold War brings, and we'll see what comes about.
Hey, I gotta shout out my man Brizzy right now, dropping 29 points on the brink of a 30 bomb in this one. Even though his team is in dire straits, down 222 to 115, he's still out there slaying and praying and playing the game the best he can. And he's really giving us a bit of a show here, as we're going to continue to highlight him for the time being, as he's going to catch one a bit slacking right there, playing a bit of whack-a-mole as the way they bob their head up and down in that gunfight. But
hitting him with constant badunks, you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's another way to put it, as he's going to catch another long-range kill with that MP5, showing us again how that gun can be used to challenge ARs at long, even after the patches. But Team Violence, they're going to be pushing on into this point here, really looking to try to muddle the mixture, and they're going to get kills to go their way, and but Authentic Esports are going to be able to hold well, and they're potentially going to be bringing us to a longer map than we quite anticipated at the halfway mark of this hard point. Wouldn't you agree, Connie?
It really is, like, in other words, messy, but as far as things aren't going to be going as said, it really is quite comfortable. And again, Violence, setting up on a P5, it does look realistically that Authentic are too far out to have an impact here, and Violence will take it, man.
Yeah,
you hate to see that.
It's just looking too rough for Wares here, as the side of Authentic Esports have just about run out of time here. That's going to be Team Violence getting the last tick of that hill to go to 250, and 155 the score for Authentic Esports. You know, it's unfortunate to have to say adios to our Puerto Rican pals this early on, and in such a rough fashion too, as they had a ton of disconnects coming in for Tress throughout the series. We wish them the best when they make another Call of Duty debut in another league, maybe even this one if they enter for the Call of Duty Cold War era, or the Call of Duty Cold War opening season. But, you know, the Puerto Rican pals, you know, they did their best. They're going to be bowing out in that top 4 spot at the end of playoffs, and we're going to be seeing who else bows out tonight. Maybe not tonight, but who else is going to be bowing out in the semifinals? In our other semifinals matchup, that's going to be Vast Unity up against ADS Gaming soon. And Connie, we'll be going to that one in a few moments' time, as we first obviously have to go to an ad break to get started. But thank you guys so much for tuning on in so far. You know, best of luck to both these teams in the future as they both continue to compete in their in leagues that will be coming up in Cold War. But we will see more from Team Violence in the finals.
It's definitely one to watch. Stay tuned.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, as we are here and ready to get you guys into the action to start things off in this series. That's going to be right. This is Vast Unity up against ADS Gaming, where Vast Unity, if they drop this map, they will be, unfortunately, eliminated from the playoffs. But if Vast Unity are able to win this series, then they're able to stay alive. ADS Gaming, they need to win 3 maps, and they're through to the finals to be up against Team Violence. Now, who's going to drop the ball? Unfortunately, Connie is not here with me, but we will jump straight into things as Gunrunner has loaded in for the hard point, and we'll get you guys that action right now. ADS Gaming in red, Vast Unity in pink. We are in for a wild one here, unless I have the team set up incorrectly here. It looks like I do, so I will get this one. We will play this one out, but I will around the actual logos here. Unfortunately, you know, it's not going to be the most helpful, but that's sort of how the cookie crumbles when going here. As Vast Unity, they aren't going to be in pink right now. It's going to be flipped up. It's going to be messed up. Again, I apologize immensely, but we're going to still play this one out regardless, as we can make the little quick change here. And here we go. We are straight into this action with Vast Unity and ADS Gaming. I'm gonna mute up some music I have in the background to help you guys listen to the gameplay a lot better here, and listen to my commentary a lot better, as Connie will be joining us when he's able to. And looks like right now Vast Unity are playing with control of this P2. They got spawns off the bat, and they're able to run with these spawns and get themselves early control of this P2 and early points on this P2. As not Vast Unity, that's ADS Gaming. I'm gonna get very confused back and forth here. ADS Gaming is pink, Vast Unity is red. ADS Gaming is pink, Vast Unity is red. As right now, ADS Gaming is in the lead. They are leading things off, 43 points and counting, while the Vast Unity side, they're going to be looking to just play for the next hill. That's going to be P3, as it looks like they're going to look to have a 1 versus 1 engagement in the end, but the scrap time is going to go the way of Vast Unity, or is going to go the way of ADS Gaming, as Vast Unity still contest this hill, but unfortunately unable to grab control of it, as Cole Hill, this is P3, go in favor of ADS Gaming. Once again, folks, ADS Gaming in pink, Vast Unity in the red. You guys can see it better in the kill feed with the players' tags there. As Vast Unity continue to do quite well here. Hoping that you guys can hear me and hear the gameplay, as yeah, ADS Gaming definitely doing better than the last time around. I feel with last time around, this first opening hardpoint was so close, but ADS Gaming widening a gap in points right now, big for them, and obviously wanting to look a lot stronger and a lot scarier of an opponent to this Vast Unity side, and really start things off with continue that momentum that they had coming off of that last series they had against Vast Unity, where ADS Gaming was able to come out on top, I believe 3-1. This time around at Vast Unity really needing to work up some sort of comfort here and some warmth, as their guns are just not heating up yet. With ADS Gaming as ADS Gaming in the pink, continuing to perform quite well here, with the side of Vast Unity in the red, unfortunately underperforming here. They're going to grab this scrap time here, which ticks them past the 50 mark. But with ADS Gaming in the lead, with being past 100 points going into this P5, it's really starting to really run away with things here. But what can the side of Vast Unity do? Can they muster much of an offensive break here into this hill, or will it continue to just keep ticking over for the side of ADS Gaming. As I'm going to try to jump on to number 0 on this hill. That's Killua, who is, I believe, filling in for... Killua hasn't been spotted out since the early parts of this, of the league, as I believe he's filling in for Dawn at the moment, who ADS Gaming has been rocking quite a lot, as Hype, Naruto, Aim, Lemon, Llama, and Killua are all doing their best here. Killua jumping up to 10 and 9. While Aim is at the top of the lobby with 15 kills, and his teammates still coming close to him with their own 14. Make that 15 for Hype. On a Hype train sort of right now, chugging along with his teammates, but even rocking the Ram as well. Aim and Hype both rocking the Ram. How many other players on this side are even really rocking the Ram? That's what a question indeed. As we're gonna see the AR come in here for the M4 from Llama, just absolutely stellar. And Aim with his Ram has been quite an amazing sight to behold so far these playoffs, as he's been rocking the Ram a lot more than we saw him rocking it in the regular season. Become more of a gun of comfort for him, and a gun a lot of these other teams to be aware of, and especially Violence if they are to face ADS Gaming in the next round, making sure to shut Aim down, as he's been at the forefront of a lot of the success for this ADS Gaming side. Now, in this map, right now, ADS Gaming continue to find themselves with success, but Fast Unity aren't going away quite easily here, as their points are rather close here, within 30. 113 to 141, make that 150 here, as ADS Gaming continue to tick through. Folks that are joining the match a bit late, or that misheard me before, didn't hear me before, ADS Gaming in pink this time around. Unfortunately, I have the names swapped on here, but ADS Gaming, they are going to be in the pink, and we're going to find the side of Vast Unity in the red. So as this one continues, keep that in mind so that you know the accurate scores and the accurate team in the lead. As ADS Gaming continue to have such a strong lead, but Fast Unity, they're going to find some time to grab this scraps of that last remaining hill, and once again keep themselves within striking distance of the fire that is the next hill. That's going to be ADS Gaming first to jump on it, as kills are going to come through, trades are going to come through, and right now you're going to see the side of Fast Unity with a chance to really jump in here and make this hill theirs, as they're going to have good sides, they're going to have good coal spawns, I believe, for this for the pressuring play here, as Tweet's going to get 2 massive kills, throws in the nade, maybe tag up another, unfortunately getting shut down in the process. And Hype, he's going to go off right now. He's the number 6 player here, as he's going to be halving this hill, contesting this hill from the stairs. What a cheeky contest spot, I might say so, as he's going to now rotate away. Naruto's going to catch the scrap time, and they're going to look to try to bite on in to this great number 4. While also continuing to hold side for P5, I might add. Very smart decision, but with the point not really going in the favor of ADS Gaming, Vast Unity are gonna grab some time here. Vast Unity in red, ADS Gaming in pink. ADS Gaming holding spawn sides for P number 5. Might be giving away more time than anticipated to the side of Vast Unity here, as Vast Unity looking like their points, the points are coming up for them, as they're going to be looking to even things out going into this P5 if they're able to continue to hold this hill quite flawlessly and quite comfortably. As the nade comes through for Tweet, the prediction nade comes in for Tweet. Player on the side of ADS Gaming is going to walk right into that one, and also walk into the firing squad that is Fast Unity over on that crates point. They're going to get themselves their first lead of this map, And that's a lot of comfort to work with right here going into this next one, especially confidence, actually. I gotta speak highly about confidence because we see a lot of teams making comebacks and getting lead and growing leads off of confidence, and that's one of the most important things to have, especially going into all these gunfights in close quarters here, as well as having reinforcements. And right now the reinforcements are in for ADS Gaming, and the point is going to continue to tick on in for ADS Gaming as they breach the 200 mark first. Killua is going to slide around this point, grabbing a ton of kills for himself, but 30 bomb already reached for AIM. That is massive, folks. You do not want to see AIM having such a great time against your team here, as that often spells defeat, as it's quite easily the opposite story for the side, or not the opposite, but the same story for the side of Fast Unity. If Fast Unity's laser is having a field day, oftentimes you'll see Fast Unity getting so much comfort and getting so many points that you know, they almost become untouchable, the amount of success if laser is to have it. As right now it's Sem Frosty having the most success on the side of Fast Unity, going 28 and 26, but still unfortunate for him. You know, his team not really in it yet, not really in it as well as they could be, as the points are ticking in favor of ADS Gaming, or not ADS Gaming, Fast Unity. That's good for them. They can grab the rest of the time on this hill, get these points up and squared, or just about squared. But the side of ADS Gaming are looking quite comfortable already on that point. But instead of looking comfortable, they're now looking worse for wear as they're spawning out, and this side of Vast Unity has hoodwinked them and stolen this point. As Vast Unity, they're looking to get on this point and grab time and even tie things up here. But ADS Gaming, they come back in to say shalom and take out the rest of the side of Vast Unity. But it's so back and forth. Both these spawning incredibly close to this point for reinforcements that it could be anybody's game, as right now we're seeing ADS Gaming in the lead, but Fast Unity tying things up practically here, almost, as it's 235 to 241, with ADS Gaming still in the lead, but Fast Unity approaching a tie here in points, and now passing this tie. They are make that 5 seconds away from winning this one if the contest doesn't come through. Oh my lord, Vast Unity get the opening map. This is a steal for Vast Unity and exactly what they needed to go for them, as Vast Unity take it 250 to 241. Great showing out of them. This is the opening they drew up and they wanted, as they're now going to see themselves with the early map going their way. ADS Gaming on the back foot going into the Search and Destroy. Now, this is exactly what you needed. If you are Vast Unity, you know that this ADS Gaming side is so formidable in Search and Destroy. You need to get an early map to offset that Search and Destroy, because going 2 down right away is so rough that, like, it forces your team to have to win those back-to-back respawns after all the confidence in the world is given to ADS Gaming but this time around the story is different. The script is already different from the last time these teams met in the first series they had in this semifinals, and that's Fast Unity coming out with the first map. This is quite a juicy start here, seeing some differences already to the last time these teams met. We're quite happy to see this, and I'm quite happy to see this. I hope you guys in chat are quite happy to see this, because now this makes this series even more interesting going into next maps. So now, guys, I'm going to leave you guys with this screen so that you guys can continue to see what maps are to come, while I put up some music for you guys to listen to and enjoy listening to, while I mute myself up and set you guys up with the next maps in this series.
Tracy? Beautiful. I love to hear that sort of stuff. Thing here is full screen. This actual gameplay is full screen.
Yeah, there you go.
Beautiful stuff. Well, thank you guys for coming back. Sorry for the delay. An impressive map one there. Vash Unity taking the win there and a very close nail biter. But now it's going to be stemmed straight into an even more beautiful Piccadilly S&D. Now, I personally haven't seen a Piccadilly in this whole, ALG. So I'm quite happy that we actually get a good S&D.
It's very rare that we come across it.
Very rare, yeah, I know. It's one of the ones in life, it's like a rare fish, you catch it, you got to keep it, you got to, hang it on your wall, but Piccadilly isn't that impressive. But so far, Laser with the sniper rifle, we know what he can do with this chase. We've seen it before time and time again. He can build and branch game off of this weapon alone. So far, shots aren't connecting, but he isn't missing. Oh, could have got one there, but the recoil there did in fact hit him pretty badly. So far though, 5v4 ADS Gaming are finding it. Aim though, with the Ram, he's being a little bit more conservative with his weapon choice, Wants to play it more safe and get the long range gunfights to his head. But so far, Hype actually could get some sweeps there. And that's only because of the distance he's playing. He'll find one there. Will he find a second? Yes, he will. Third, though, comes in. He plays it so well. The rechow, though, not in his favour. But then again, you don't worry about that police car. You don't worry about that police car. One nade and he is done for. And look at that. Laser there. Finds the trade with the sniper rifle. That right there is what you call serving up. Well, Carvery dinner, dare I say. He's taking pads and he's serving up for dinner. But right now, Vast Unity again, keeping it really cool. Unfortunately, though, 2v4. You don't want to be seeing that in Piccadilly. We're bummed down as well. And ADS right now are swarming the mid. It looks as though they're going to be taken down pretty comfortably here. You got players like Naruto and Llama that are just looking comfortable. But Laser there finds another trade. 1v3 of the sniper. Impossible task. Will he do it? I don't think he will. Angle could have really paid off there. I'm not too sure. But unfortunately, round one chase is going to be ADS Gaming's take home.
Yeah, it's not very unfortunate if you're an ADS Gaming fan, but nonetheless, I think most of us want to see Vast Unity be the first ones to upset this undefeated streak, or at least see some team upset the undefeated streak that ADS Gaming has in Search and Destroy so far, and opening up the first round, pretty much plays textbook like we kind of expected. Laser sniper rifle to ring true. I know me and you were talking about that just briefly before we started off. And interesting play to blow up all 3 of those cars from Tweet. Very safe stuff. Now, will his team be able to work well with that? Laser, he's going to be working with that sniper rifle at long over here by B side, and unfortunately there's not going to be any action over there as the bomb is going to go get planted over by A. Now, if we can maybe jump on over with AIM as he grabs the kill up top Adidas, that's going to be big, as now his side gets 2 more kills to follow that, but a trade comes in. Laser's going to get a big kill. Frosty's going to get a big kill. That's going to be a 2 versus 3, back from a 2 versus 5. Now, Frosty going to make that a 3 versus 3, a 2 versus 2. That is massive. This 2 versus 5. If they can get a 2 versus 5 win here, that would be absolutely epic. And the pistol shots come in. They ring through. They get the kill. Now, Laser in the 1 versus 1. Can he kill out Llama? As Llama's now going to be rocking that sniper rifle over at the back. He's not going to be able to get the defuse in for that bomb. The bomb gets blown up, and ADS Gaming are going to get the win. That's ADS Gaming once again, winning another one. 2-0 in Search and Destroy rounds, and also still undefeated in Search and Destroy in general.
In general, yeah, that's definitely one thing to really bring up. As far as the teams are going, the selections, we are seeing a lot more tactical plays being played in this map. But again, Chase, if you can bring up the formula real quick, we'll actually explain to you how they're going to play it every single time. More times you're going to be seeing ADS Gaming actually opt to go through the middle here, and usually put one up top on buses to actually get information. But it works every single time because they're finding the 2 pieces that they need to actually get advantage. But so far, again, we're seeing trades coming in. 2v4 again. We're seeing it, pretty commonly now. But ADS actually look extremely comfortable. And that's important to really say here, because in the semi-final, your pressure's up pretty badly. Players are really trying to figure out what's going on. And if you do get bailed out here, it's the worst feeling, because semi-finals really are important. ADS taking it in their stride, a 3-0 for, well, round 3, dare I say it.
Yep, we are seeing ADS Gaming, looking quite untouchable in certain. We're gonna be going to a domination with we're gonna be getting that map through regardless. Now while we're seeing this walk in the park so far from ADS Gaming, what are your expectations for the domination? I know I might be talking about it a little bit too early, but what do you think about a domination after that opening game type?
I think you're going to be seeing a lot of ADS, to be honest with you, because they're just they have got a lot more talent. You've got 3 or 4 players there that can just change a game at any point. Vashti has only got really 1 or 2, and that's usually going to be either Frosty or Laser. In my opinion, they're usually the ones to do it. But so far, nobody at Vashti really is performing other than Frosty and Laser. Again, Tweet and the rest of the boys haven't killed anything yet, and that really is unfortunate to see.
I think they might have killed a few flies.
Definitely. That bullet's not hit the players, but they definitely have hit the flies. That's all we can say.
Yeah, none other than that, they're really just not flying at all through this one, as ADS Gaming has been just clipping their wings each round and, just choking them out. It's been an absolute racking from the side of ADS Gaming. This Vast Unity, not really looking like they have vast opportunities, or let's call it a vast amount of plans of how they want to play this particularly, as shut down, finding no success at all. And even Killua, like every player on this side of ADS Gaming is looking comfortable in this one. Killua,
they're literally lying down in bed. They're comfortable.
Dominant.
At this point.
Look at all these players.
Yeah.
Oh, he got a few before.
Oh, that was pretty shaky. Well, actually, to be fair, the movement was a little bit questionable, but the shots weren't missing, so you got to respect it. That was how it went. 5-0. Will we see the reverse? I don't know. I'd like to see a reverse. We've seen it before in LG Chase. I'm pretty sure we have seen a 5-0 comeback.
We have maybe seen it
once. I remember it week 3. I think it was Innovate. I think they actually got it, but correct me if I'm wrong. But Eccentric again does find a little bit of passion there for the middle.
Really throwing that around different players on the side of Basti, looking to try to find.
I think they're just What they're doing, Chase, is they're actually focusing too much on Laser a little bit here, because he is the person really that does find the first blood, and the rest of the players, the ARs or the faster players, do push up and find the kills, because right now that's what they do. Look, a 1v3 again. You've got Laser again in a situation that really isn't too comfortable for him, and what does appear to be a very harsh 6-0, because all AIM needs to do is just pre-aim the corner, and he's got it. But, you know, Laser does find a really good movement there, takes him down comfortably, 1v2 situation. Will he get it? I don't think so. It is lining up to be this way, but then again, Laser will find the Chow. He has got to defuse this, but he again is looking really comfortable. Not his fault right now. He's just got to feel it out a little bit. But look at that right now. He finds a kill, and look.
Oh, the knife!
Unlucky. That right there is what you call game over. With the 6-0, ADS Gaming take map number 2, Chase.
Man, they got absolutely butchered. Unintended. Llama is gonna get that knife kill at the end to just throw the dagger in the coffin there. That's gonna be Vast Unity, you know, just as quickly as they were able to win a map, ADS Gaming is able to win one to respond. You know what I mean? Like, this was one of the quickest search and destroys I think we've seen all season, especially with the 6-0. You know, keeping themselves not just undefeated in this actual search and destroy map. They're undefeated across all search and destroy that they've played this entire league and playoffs combined.
That could be fucking dangerous going into the grand finals, mate. That's a dangerous. Sure. That's 40% the map count right there. You need S&D to win, and they have not lost it. So that is fucking beautiful. I like hearing stats like that, Chase. You keep it up, mate. You keep doing your thing, yeah.
But in the end here, we are going to see ourselves going the distance to at least 4 maps. So after a short break, we'll be back with more action. This will be the domination to come back on Gunrunner, I might add. And we'll see you guys shortly for that one.
Definitely, man. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very close map. Of course, I say it in advance because Vast Unity looking really good in the respawn so far. One apiece the series, and me and Chase, of course, really are enjoying our time here and enjoying the actual proceedings of events. But, you know, it's going to be a very, very hard one right now, as Vast Unity are going to spawn on that bad side, on the first side of things. And ADS, however, sprinting over to B, we're going to be seeing what we like to call a flood off the break. Now, nobody really is going to tackle mid other than, of course, Vast Unity. One player in ADS is going to watch that, but, you know, we are going to be seeing more or less some serious use utility here, because right now, as trades are going to go in, it's going to flip-flop from either side of Vast Unity to ADS. And this is really good if you're going to be an ADS supporter right now, because they've got a lot of angles covered. As far as Beto will go in the hands of Vast Unity, but as far as the setups proceeding into later events, I think ADS can use the middle here really to get some coverage. Now, Chase, how are we saying for you? Okay, never mind, Chase. Don't worry, son. I'll commentate for you. What he was going to say was very simple. ADS right now flooding through it. B, of course, will go for Vast Unity, but then again, playing the B and the C is not favoured most times. But then again, we are seeing Vast Unity players a little more comfortable. Killfeed, though, is going to wipe them all out, and we're going to be seeing the flag change hands again on the B. And we are, of course, going to be struggling a little bit to see exactly why they are doing what they're doing. But, you know, there's no harshness, no horrible sense of the way of things. I really would, however, if I were you, I really would look into more specifically exactly how Vast Unity are coping. And right now, after break initially, they really are getting some power on the favour of, getting some power onto ADS Gaming. I would, however, point out to you this: they really do seem to struggle a lot with most of the work that's going on here. They just can't seem to get anything going. But you know, they really want to keep things to a head here, and that really isn't the fault of what they're doing. I think the more you look into it and the more power they can get, really isn't a bad thing. You know, it really just comes down to what they want to do. And right now, both teams are playing the same thing, and that's going to be for an A and a B. You know, the B flag really is the crux of both these teams. I favour ADS more in the sense of that they can, you know, power through anything, but Vast Unity really are looking pretty good so far in the respawns today. Definitely one thing that I could have brought up, but you know, if Vast Unity do win the series, the score will be tied 1-1, and more than likely tomorrow they will play for the overall tiebreaker of this best of 3. But it does come down to many things. We are, however, seeing a lot of people right now from ADS and in Vast Unity in the chat right now just enjoying themselves, having a good time. Nothing too horrible I'm seeing. It really is a good time, but I can't fault it too much. I think, personally, ADS could be doing something here, but you know, again, we are seeing Vast Unity looking relatively pretty strong as well. Even for a bad side, ADS, you know, they're not really shutting them down. They're just sort of taking it. Because you can usually see 20-30 point different margins here if you've got a good side and gun run on the first half, because it really favours A. It really favours A for the first quarter.
What a shutout Naruto right now, though. Dropping a 10-5 scoreline, leading the charge for his team, and the lobby with the most kills. But this Vast Unity side, they've slowly started to heat up, and dare I say it, it looks like they like the way they're holding this B flag so comfortably and so strongly, they might even see themselves with that lead in a few seconds' time as they still continue to come through. A bit of time for them. ADS Gaming finding themselves in the back foot for, you know, it's kind of felt like a minute now, but probably been less than that in terms of how long that they've had a 1 flag and 2 flag. But Eccentric in behind enemy lines with the 5 kill streak, continue to feel quite comfortable here, and no longer behind enemy lines as it looks like spawns are going to be flipped over, and C flag is now going to go the way of ADS Gaming. But with still 2 players hanging out over by A, this can be quite troublesome for the side of Vast Unity, who, quite frankly, are spawning all over the place. And, you know, playing for this B flag is going to be quite rough on the 1 player there, and that's going to be Vast Unity's Eccentric getting finally taken out there. But ADS Gaming getting themselves B flag at what cost is can A look to be potentially went back over to Vast Unity, and the points, dare I say it, closer than me and my dad, but man, Vast Unity did such a great job to keep themselves in this, and even I believe Vast Unity with the lead going into potentially the second half, if they can see themselves tapping or neutralizing one of these 2 flags that are in the holds of ADS Gaming here, as Vast Unity, you know, seconds continue to count by, and I think Vast Unity have been able to hold on to this lead that they have, or corrected here as things come to an end, and maybe ADS Gaming actually have the lead, and yeah, I'm gonna be.
I don't know, mate. Look at it; it's so confusing to actually see what's going on.
It's whatever it says has won the half is what the actual team with the higher score is. So ADS Gaming did win that first half, and you're gonna see the correction right here. 83
There we go. Thank God for
to
that.
73, I think, or 76. So
83-73 is what's going on right there.
yeah, 83-73. So congratulations, ADS Gaming, on getting themselves the early first half victory. But now, close things out. You know, stick to your guns. Stick to Naruto leading the charge, like he's been doing so phenomenally. And Vast Unity, you know, stick to sort of playing off of this AB side more comfortably now that you have the good sides. Open things off in this domination second half. Connie, which of these two teams do you feel like at this moment is looking hotter and looking warmed up and think is going to really end up winning it all ultimately?
I think personally, there's a lot of things going on for that, but you know, it really is messy at the moment. We are seeing a lot from Vast Unity and ADS. We are also, dare I say it, seeing a lot of messiness as far as these guys are seeing. But you know, it really comes down to a couple things. We could be seeing ADS, we could be seeing Vast Unity really trying their hardest here, but I think, well, as far as the weapon choice as well, Xendrix pulled out a Growl. Now, I'm not sure if that's shade or not, to be fair, but fuck me, I'm seeing some weird selections. Okay, thank you, Chase. And, but, again, positives can be found from this. Naruto, currently 21-7, really enjoying his time right now on Gunrunner. But, you know, again, I think, of course, they're going to take the lead here and really find something going. But, well, ADS Gaming, they actually have control of a lot of these players coming in and pushing through. They are breaking through A, but they really aren't finding much out of it because, you know, it really isn't the best of circumstances what we're seeing here as far as Vast Unity and ADS. But, you know, we are seeing really positive influences from these teams because they are playing a lot of the routes correctly. The only thing that's really beating Vast Unity right now is, dare I say it actually is the timing. They're not really getting good timing, Chase.
Yeah, you know, timing. You know, they need the time, just regardless of timing. You know, time is really not in favor of you know, the team behind. But last time around in domination, I spoke too soon about a team in the league, and I was absolutely burned by that Authentic side that were able to win. What an amazing comeback it was in the last series. If you guys haven't already seen that one, make sure to rewatch that series when our VOD goes live after the end of this stream. Because man, what an impressive feat by the side of Esports. But ADS bringing us quite an impressive feat right now, especially with Naruto. Man, he's looking like the Hokage he is in anime, just, you know, so overpowered and defeating all of the troubles that he comes across here. And AR nonetheless as well, which on a map where B and Oilers even play around A can be quite close quarters. We're seeing him really shine on this one. And Vast Unity, the player that we really need to stand out the most to see pick up the pace is Nucleotide, who has shown throughout the league and even playoffs that he can shine pretty well for himself because he has map MVPs in the stats. But playing on the back foot is really rough for him as his team's actually getting pinched up big time. That's fast. And BC being played quite flawlessly by ADS Gaming, making it look like the natural flag hole you want to get on this map. Oh man.
The two flag hole chase really is something that, you know, you like to see in the morning for your lunch and when you go to bed at night. You know, it really is a bread and butter of domination. But you know, what really is quite saucy at the moment, Chase. I've got to say to you right now, Naruto, 34-13. What do I see? I mean, he can get 40 kills it.
Aim with triple right there. Can you? Can't.
Oh, well. You can't be seeing this sort of stuff here right now on the Gunrunner. Well, mathematically speaking, it's 2-1 to ADS Gaming, but Christ, man, so much going on. It really is spectacular to watch.
It's unfortunate, you know, how the Mighty have fallen after winning that map 1 last year. We all thought the script would be flipped. And, man, ADS Gaming showing us why they weren't really They really shouldn't have been the 3rd seed. They should have been the 2nd seed coming into the playoffs. As they're actually super dominant here. I fear for this Vast Unity side in the following round.
Following Hardpoint, however, is going to be difficult because this is a preferred game mode for ADS Gaming, despite Vast Unity's, of course, win. But, you know, 171-135, we'll see how it goes, Chasey. It could be very, very spectacular. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it could be very spectacular, or it could just be an absolute stomping like this second half has been for the side of ADS Gaming in this domination, as you see Naruto just displaying a masterclass with the AR, dropping 36 kills like it's nothing, even getting 10 defense in the mix and 6 captures. The man was an all-around top performer for his side, and what an absolute GG's on that map. And now moving on into the next map, we're going to be seeing ourselves on the what's it called? We're going to be seeing ourselves going into Hackney Yard Hardpoint, if I am correct. Breakdown as I jump on over that one to see with me what we're going to be playing on. It's going to be Hackney Yard. So in a moment's time, after some ads and some cleanup in the background here, we're going to be going on to Hackney Yard. And what are you looking forward to seeing the most on this Hackney Yard Hardpoint from either of these teams?
We're going to be seeing more or less some serious power. But the power that you need to really keep an eye out for is ADS and what it can do on a hardpoint. Vast Unity have really out-rotating and out-calming them. So it's quite fun to watch, really. I can't really predict who's going to win this one, but if I were to put money on it, I'd definitely say ADS have got some serious sauce to go out there and smash it.
I personally, what I'm looking forward to seeing, hopefully, is somebody dropping the Grau. I'm not the Grau, the Kilo. I want to see the Kilo. I want to see us using another new gun in this meta now, with the Kilo being a stronger gun. I'm surprised the Grau got play over the Kilo.
I think we're just at a point in COD now where we don't really care what we use, and we're just really enjoying the last few months with this COD. That's all there really is.
Make it sound like it's dying.
Well, Modern Warfare, Chase, is pretty much dying. Cold War is the new time, and a new start for ALG as well. As we lead into the grand finals of this way, it's a beautiful closing chapter, dare I say it. I think it's going to be a beautiful day, the grand finals. I think we're going to really enjoy what is going to happen on that day. Not because it's ending, but, you know, it's meant to be a celebration, so I look forward to celebrating that with you, Andrew.
Enjoying the grand finals, it will come, but first we're going to go to a break and then come back with you guys to enjoy our 4th map of this series, and maybe the last map of this semifinal series if ADS Gaming can win it. After the short break.
Ciao, tutto bene. You do that, mate.
Hola, amigos, all of you in chat. We are here for that hard point on the Hackney Yard map number 4, and Connie, bring us this action as it continues, as it starts to unfold on this map.
Well, the map action right now, of course, is going to be very much on time and on key. Now, of course, it's a little bit difficult for us to actually see who's going to perform here because, well, Hackney is a very, very funny map. But I definitely will say this to you right now. I'm very much on the favour of seeing either team on the good side really performing. And right now we are seeing Vast Unity hold what is going to be a very, very close and very beautiful P2. Now, Chase, back to you. What we're saying really as far as Laser's talents on this map, because I think he really is going to fry here.
Yeah, Laser has been, you know, he's been quite quiet in the last few maps. But, you know, that's to say the least because his team actually lost those. But now going into this one, he has an opportunity, you know, clean slate, clean new map to actually show up and, you know, breathe some sighs of relief, but unfortunately right there, he's not going to have any relief there as he dies off on that point. But the relief is going to be the fact that his team has spawns and control for P2 now. That's going to be number 1 in Sem Frosty, the AR in the back here of Tire Shops. He's going to be grabbing hill time for his side and watching for that player over by Semi. There you go. Good work for you, son, as you're going to grab yourself a kill. And now, how many more kills can he get from this window? As it looks like he's going to back off a bit here, and we're going to see if we can jump onto another player that could be in the midst of some action here, as maybe we jump on with Tweet, who is up in the faces of some of these ADS gaming players that were making that push, and he's going to help his teammates actually cut out those players, and now he's going to look to wrap all the way through and look to grab himself a good position here to grab 1 kill. Can he grab a second one? No, he's going to pop out, and instead of getting the kill, he's going to bait for his teammate to grab the kill there on that player getting out of position for a moment's time. And Tweet, he's going to finally get taken out in the back here, but all this time going the way of Vast Unity puts them up in the lead very comfortably at 72-35. Vast Unity looking good off the start of this hard point. And man, oh man, we could be in for a massive treat here if we see Vast Unity win this hard point and force the search and destroy. But you know, I feel like in the end, even if Vast Unity's efforts, they get the fruits of the labor to go their way in this hard point, it might just be all for naught, because that search and destroy is going to be even scarier of a task than this hard point for Vast. They're going to have to overcome this ADS side that not just defeated them in a 6-0 fashion, but like I say again and again to remind everybody out there in chat viewing, this ADS side is absolutely undefeated across that game mode in the playoffs and the regular season. As right now, ADS Gaming, they're quite comfortable, you know, not really in a rock and a hard play, between a rock and a hard place, but you know, I think they'd want to see themselves win this one in the four maps scoreline, and not really give us a heart attack search and destroy. But wow, llama dama ding dong right there, just showing us how the movement system could be worked to get so much success in this game. Much like the Cold War movement system is going to be very important for finding success in the competitive modes and the maps.
Well, that is on PC next year as well.
When that one comes around, and Aim's going to get himself a 3-kill streak there on the point to help his team defend it. Now, ADS Gaming finding themselves in the front foot with the lead in the score, flipping things around, giving Vast Unity a bit of a punch in the gut. Going into the next hill, what can Vast Unity do to bounce back here? As they're going to have some early attention for the next hill with spawns and whatnot, but ADS Gaming, they're going to be coming in hot, and we'll see if it's going to be blistering hot or if it's going to be blistering cold here, if they're going to be able to get their kills to string together. But right now, it's going to be Vast Unity stringing kills together with Laser and Ascension joining hands and creating a bit of a net here to catch some of these ADS Gaming players off guard here. As Laser's going to get in behind a few here. He's going to spot one by this side door. He's going to grab a kill and get taken out in the process. Well, ADS Gaming absolutely sweep this hill away from Vast Unity. And we see ADS Gaming balloon their lead now. Even more, now past 50 points. This is really, really scary stuff for Vast Unity to spot and to see and to have to play with seeing their team really just unsuccessfully holding that P5 in the first rotation hills. Now, what can come about this P1, P2 of the second rotation, Connie? Are we going to see Vast Unity hold on? That's going to be the question that we'll be seeing answered shortly. But man, what an enthralling first rotation of hills, I might add.
We're only seeing ADS Gaming perform here, and we are seeing them perform to such a level that it is hard for anyone else to compromise it or even comprehend it. Apart from, of course, those on Vast Unity, they are in fact getting some time under their belts, you know, only a 50-point difference. Definitely not one that they can not come back from, but there again, the kill feed is all pink. They are actually finding some serious power, passion, and play coming in now. If you're Vast Unity, this is beautiful to see. We are seeing a lot of passion. ADS Gaming as well aren't looking too shabby. They really are finding comfort. But, Chase, who would you say really is the star player for this map?
Damn, AIM actually dropped. AIM put away the RAM and came in with that MP5 and showed us he's a multi-skilled, multi-gun talented player there. Can rock an AR and make it work. And now even rocking an MP5, a submachine gun. What a flex player if I've seen one, showing up big time for his team. I think AIM has to be the potential player of the series here, but Naruto's definitely up right next to him here. Arguably the other contender, whoever really comes out on top, I believe, in the end with the most kills, to the best kill to death ratio, you know, and probably hill time, you know, is going to play a bit of a factor, but, you know, in the end, it's really pretty much kill to death ratio, I find, that really dictates which player is really player of the map. And you know, if AIM continues to stay up on top, he can see himself as being the player of the series. And if he wins this one, because I think it's pretty much that tight. AIM got one map, and Naruto got another, and now this one's just going to be really the
breaker, if you know what I mean, the real shifter of time and space itself. But I think it's going to be very close, and me and Chase are going to start shouting our houses down very soon. Only really because there are some serious passionate players making the move right now. Then again, the spawn's coming in. ADS are going to spawn up in P5. Vast Unity are pushing through mid and out all 3 lanes. Very popular. But look at that right there. We're going to be seeing right now Laser himself taking over super fast.
182 to 182.
I know, it's taking over right now. We're seeing ADS Gaming next control right now. This P3 is going to be absolutely crucial to both players, as now we're going to be seeing Llama holding up with the AR, but no shots are going to connect. Only a couple of their hit markers and all, but he isn't finding kills, and they're going to push through now. Llama's in serious trouble right now because players with Vast Junior are pushing up. He's going to take it down right there. Frost left the 2-piece. Tweet there with the trade as well on the grenade. It really is fast enough, Hoshi. Right now, we are going to be seeing right now a P4 coming in hot. But Vast Unity are fighting every single second.
And Vast Unity in the lead too. They could potentially break 200 points first. This was like the first hard point that we got. It was scrappy and it came down to the wire, and right now it's looking like it's coming down to the wire, and I don't mean the TV show series that ran back in the early 2000s. I'm talking about right now. This is a tightrope both of these teams are walking, and right now ADS Gaming slimly are walking it better with more points in their pocket, but that's going to flip around. If Vast Unity can win the gunfights on the hill, they aren't going to win the gunfights, the initial ones, as Nucleotide's going to come back in here with his teammates. Unfortunately, I'm not giving you action on the hill. I'm going to try to bring myself to it as I'm just button mashing here to try to get to a player. And here we go. We got more action on the point as Vast Unity are going to see themselves on there, but AIM, once again, getting himself a massive double kill. And his other teammates are going to collect with him more kills to put his team in the lead at 211 and counting, with 20 seconds still left to go on this hill. If Vast Unity chalk this hill here, this is big. This is a lot of scrap time going the way of ADS Gaming that can make them feel a lot more comfortable. But the spawns and the setup for this next hill, this is going to be even more important for the side of Vast Unity, as they're going to need to win all of these. They're going to need to win all of these, as now they're left to 2 players on the hill to really hold it, and they're going to be ducking their tails between their legs, as now ADS Gaming steal the hill out from under the noses of Vast Unity players. And holy smokes, folks, ADS Gaming might have done it here, but now as I'm saying they might have done it, we're seeing the side of Vast Unity come back in here, retake the hill. It's just going to be back and forth, but ADS Gaming are going to win this gunfight. They're going to win it. They potentially win it on this one. But no, they're not. Vast Unity still has time. They still have life. But the rotations are coming through for ADS Gaming. The scrap time might go the way of Vast Unity, but 4 seconds on this next hill.
One of the hardest in the game, Chasey. I'm not going to lie to you right now. ADS have stacked it. They've sent every single life and soul to that P1. And so far, it's all red. But the carbon coming in right there, it's going to be down to them. And who can get these last 3 seconds. And ADS right now are going to go tooth and nail. Players pushing in that through the front side right now.
Nobody contested in time!
ADS Gaming have done it. 250. 227. Chasey, this is something you don't want to miss.
That was breathtaking. What an ending there. The players of Vast Unity were just tiptoeing on the doorstep of that hill, but none of them actually made it in time. What a blunder! But you gotta congratulate some of these amazing talents here on both these sides. Laser dropping a 30 bomb, and on the other side of things, we see AIM dropping his own 30 bomb. AIM dropping a 30 bomb with 2 minutes of hill time. The man was an absolute legend right here. And he steals away the series MVP, I believe, from Naruto. I'm going to have to go back and maybe double check, but I can almost, 75 to 80% tell you that AIM was the man of the series for the side of ADS Gaming. And man, oh man, this ends the run of Vast Unity alongside, we saw earlier, Authentic Esports, as now we have our 2 teams going into the grand finals. This is going to be potentially a absolute stunning banger of a grand finals. ADS Gaming, 3rd seed, underseeded, up against the 1st seed in Violence. Rematch for the ages, and one that I can't, frankly, contain my energy and excitement for. How about you, Connie?
I just can't contain any energy at all right now because it's the grand final. It's going to be something special. It's going to be ADS versus Violence. I can't believe it. It's happening. It's finally happening.
As we're gonna move back to the discussion screen, give you guys our screens here. My apologies here, Connie. Let's get you back on screen here on camera with me. But man, oh man, this is oh my lord, Connie.
I'll sort you out. I'll sort you out. You'll see me shortly. Hold on a second.
Here. Connie.
What would you mean? What do you mean?
I'm trying.
I don't know where you are. Are you lost in the dark? Has this game actually broken you that much?
Here, wait. I almost have you. Here you are. There we go. Connie is back, and you guys can all see him.
I love that. There we go. Okay, beautiful. I'm back. That's all I had to see. I don't know. It was one of the more tougher ones to actually have. I think more or less you're going to be seeing what I like to call tough games today. Don't know. Didn't want to see Authentic leave, and I didn't want to see Vast Unity leave. But Christ, it was one of the more harder things to watch, but even more to enjoy. I really enjoyed just watching that overall. I think it was probably the best set of games in a day we've had so far. Wouldn't you agree, Chasey?
I have to agree, but not just watching, but I have to say one of my favorite things today was definitely hearing your voice once again behind the mic with me and having you just on the journey today with me. It was absolutely amazing, like always. It was absolutely amazing, like always, and I can't thank you enough for the carry at times, the hard carry of casting. And man, Connie,
I come in clutch.
Connie, what an absolute beauty, folks. Connie is. Make sure if you haven't already checked out his social, it's right there at ConnieEU on Twitter. Go give him a follow, please, and make sure to also give follows and likes in this YouTube video while the stream is live. You guys can like that up as well. Go drop that like. And as always, me and Connie had a wonderful time casting, and we're so excited for the series to come in the grand finals. Connie, any messages you want to say to the fans?
Good luck and enjoy. It's gonna be tough. Could be nail-biting if you are on either side of those teams, because the grand final is not fun. It's not fun.
Just so you all know, not to be what's it called, a reacher, a grabber, somebody that looks for free stuff all the time, but for those teams interested in having us wear your jerseys in the future, if you want to send us some of your jerseys, that would be awesome. We can definitely wear them on the cast and give you guys the shout-outs. Give you guys shout-outs that you guys deserve. It could be a team that lost and is out already, like KGK, or it could be a team that's still left alive in this league. That could be ADS Gaming or team violence. But nonetheless, we appreciate you guys for all that you do. We appreciate the players on all the teams that competed today, bringing us all their efforts, their best efforts that they could bring, those that lost and those that won. In the end, we're so thankful for everything, and got to be thankful for the mods and the people, the staff of ALG League that bring this to life alongside us. Hats off to them, and hats off to you guys, the chatters, the people enjoying from the chat room here, cheering on both the teams competing. It was not an easy feat for either of you, either team's supporters, throughout this the whole event of today's matchup. And Connie, what are your expectations for the grand finals? Do you have a team that you want to side with already?
No, I don't. I don't have a team I want to side with because I've supported different teams apart from these two. I just want to actually see what I like to call championship mentality tomorrow. That's from me and you, from Ray, from the players, from the fans. It's going to get serious. So you got to enjoy it.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning on in. Have a good night, sleep well, stay safe, and as always, like and subscribe.